long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
Oh yeah, technically a start stream. Oh shoot, I actually remembered to get everything working. This is a wonderful change of pace from how the past 2 days are? Or have been? Yeah. Also, welcome, and I hope that you're having a good night. Always nice seeing you around. We're hopefully going to finish this tonight. I think we have to go through, like, I don't know, 7 or so stages in a row. And they're pretty quick, and I did the first 2 before I ran out of lives and decided that at 11 p.m. I did not have the energy to keep going with it all. But yeah, the other thing that's been happening is I recently found a good deal on a stream controller on Amazon. So I grabbed it because I'm like, I can use this. And I'm just going to skip this because we've done this before. It's got knobs and shit, and all those buttons will be useful considering the fact that I've got my number pad completely full for everything else. And yeah. So I get it. It doesn't work at all. Like, it just... It just completely refuses to connect. Nothing I do works. I've had to install several pieces of software, completely uninstall them, get it to recognize on my computer, and then get stuck on the fact that the same error of, oh yeah, this device isn't authorized, or the driver is bad. Okay, can I get a new driver off of Razer's website? No. Why? Because I assume Razer's opinion of their customers is just screw you. That's the most I can say for that is they are one of the most generally unfriendly tech companies that I've seen in terms of trying to get support. Hey, Gamma, how you doing? I'm just complaining about tech stuff because I've wasted a bunch of time trying to get a Stream Deck. Oh, dang it, just missed. It is really hard to time Tales to Descent because the moment you take the button, hand off the button, he just goes down. Can't even slow that. Weird. And also the slowdown from just how this game is. But yeah, so right as stream was starting, and the starting soon. Yep, nope. iPhone has been able to send normal text message for months. Oh yeah, no, that part at least is definitely. I forget how much vertical lift Tails has, but that is 100% just planned obsolescence. Like, shit's meant to break, and it's the most annoying thing. Because aside from... Yeah, I wonder if that's part of Razer's plan, that they just want... They don't care enough about the software and are just banking on people not having the energy to do a full return. Yeah, this one is annoying, and I'm not sure why they felt the need to put it in 3 separate times. Although at least it's the first one in here, and it's pretty linear as far as everything goes for the treasure hunts. Like, it's not like... Although Knuckles is almost better simply because... Wait, I think there was a life in there. Ow. It's faster when you remember that things just don't load in until you've already made the jump. And that really Tails is weird. Control's weird because several characters have a glide. His is the only one with vertical momentum. And he has enough vertical lift that you can get high up to the point where it's like, this feels like I'm getting out of bounds from what the devs wanted me to get to. Which is nice if you can remember to use it all. Now, nope, should not have tried to hit there. I thought I'd have enough. Remember Rouge and Silver's being particularly frustrating? That makes sense for how Silver's general controls are. I should be able to... My plan is to basically full send it for everyone else. Because I think I can spam enough stuff. Come on. Yeah, if I'm fast enough on spamming these jump attacks as a Mega, then I can get through here alright.
I call dibs.
Nice. Ow. Ah, that was right in the face. And really, it is enforced because it's enforced because of the whole, if you take too long, reality starts to not be a thing. So these are all kind of speed runs, which ironically would make it very nice if Sonic was here. We're so slow trying to avoid the orbs. Yeah, he doesn't have the boost. Like, even like Tails has a pretty consistent top speed, and Omega has a similar acceleration. But it's like he has a similar acceleration mechanic to the Hedgehogs, where he's got like a base walking speed, a slower partial jump or partial boost, and then top speed. It's just that he takes longer to get to those points than Shadow or Sonic does. But he at least has the ability to get fast. Whereas Silver was just kind of, what you got is what you got. You're supposed to be having fun with the other mechanics. Like, cool. Dang it, did I overshoot? Like Tug of War where you're playing against a God, Darkness, and Destruction. Yeah. Like Tug of War, but it's not really balanced. On one side you have a slightly athletic dude. Shot right up there. And on the other you have a full-ass bulldozer. Okay, I think it was over there. And I think... Oh, is that really the... Oh, there, down I go. I remember it being, like, out. Like, there's a point where you just have to full send Knuckles and hope for the best. But maybe it wasn't that far out. Ah, dang it, nothing to grab onto. Whew. I do appreciate that these things actually suck. Ah. Come on. Maybe it's just like over on that island? I don't know. Coughing Baby versus Solaris. Yeah. That's kind of the vibe. Alright, we're getting somewhere. It appears that it doesn't like it when you attempt to run out here from the beginning, but let's try not getting hit on that tree. Nope, there's just an invisible wall there. I need to hit a statue again. Because on one hand, these are like treasure hunt stages. Nice. On the other hand, they're like treasure hunt stages without any of the mechanics that made treasure hunt stages go. Does Knuckles look like a lost cat with these animations? Because that's kind of the vibe. I am more than a little lost, and there's a bit more cat to Knuckles than anything else. I'm just going to full send it. All right, so that is edge of the area. Also, hi Ace. You missed the beginning, the opening rant, which was basically I give up on the Stream Deck that I tried to buy and I'm returning it. Ah, I survived. Good to hear. Love to see that. Come on. Oh wait, maybe the Chaos Emerald was like over there. All I remember, small island. Oh yeah. The entire problem was just I thought it was further than it was. Trampoline. Buy a Steam Deck to play Sonic Adventure, constantly my broken PC. Yeah, Steam Deck is a nice one. The specific thing that I'm talking about those Stream Deck, which is annoyingly different, especially when you're trying to Google why the hell the Razer software isn't working. But that one's essentially just a set of buttons for streamers to put all their hotkeys on, because right now all of mine are on my keyboard's numpad, but that's led to some issues. Most hilariously, when I was streaming FF14, one of my scene transitions was on the same button as turn off auto run, so I had to like hit a BRB screen right when I was waiting to queue into a boss or something, and I hit that. I hit a different button to get back, so slow walk was still on, and I'm panically typing in the chat, "Hey, I'm sorry that I'm not at the boss. I've somehow turned run off, and I have no idea how to turn it back on." Try to use mods. I'm pretty sure that the Steam Deck software, I know people have gotten Linux on it, so you should be able to use it like a tiny handheld computer and put whatever you want on there. It should have all the customization options as a regular PC available. Because the concept that I saw for it is like, yeah, no, this is like your Steam, all the rights and perks of having a PC, but it's portable. So honestly, it's kind of cool. If it wasn't for the fact that my interest in getting Nintendo consoles is because I do love the Nintendo exclusives, I'd probably look into it. Right. I forgot that was quicksand because it's so annoying to try to tell what is and is not walkable in this level specifically. Really, I think half of the problem I have with this being Silver's level is the fact that I don't like the desert. Sucks. Love how clearly conveyed that. Yeah, exactly. I love how you get in it and there's just no chance. You have zero opportunity to get out of it. Something that is pretty damn unique for quicksand obstacles. There's usually a point where if you mash the jump button, you can save yourself. But then again, the thing I've noticed is sand that you can fall through has stupid AoEs. It just doesn't have collision programmed into it. Like that, the way that they've done the obstacle is just not having anything there.
Nemrika is first in the stream.
Hi, Nem. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being first. Game has a big problem with shit that comes out of nowhere, which happens in Sonic games a lot, but this game's usually... Yeah, it's more because the game's being broken. And at least, I guess it's because there's no tell. Because when those worms pop up, the AoE is already active. Like that coincides. And it's easy to forget that, oh yeah, these worms come with an AoE. Because there's no easy way to see where that's popping up other than if you see a worm or know a worm's around, just generally don't be near it. But I still hold that the best way to deal with this game's combat is to simply run past everything. Because what does not hurt you is something that, or what you run past and cannot hit you is something that can't hurt you. Oh yeah. This isn't the worst game I've played. It's the worst piece of software I've ever used. Most all of my complaints about the game get eclipsed by the fact that the programming is so questionable. What? I think my controller broke. Sand level is shadow. Ugh. Most of the sand. The problem with most all the sand levels was just that, or with the shadow stuff was. Oh yeah. Wait. Well, I don't even know what happened. 1 minute I was on there, I think something happened to break the platform. And then you just can't recover while falling despite the fact that she can fly? And I think that that's just a collision thing. That the game assumes that flying will happen on the second press of the X button. Like jump and then hold, or jump and press again. So when you're falling, it becomes the question of, well, he didn't press X, so can't fly. Yeah, falling with style. It's just almost everything Rouge does it with style. Just section's annoying because you never know where. Yeah. Yeah, it's fitting because she controls like Knuckles that I feel like they were trying to do. Here's an easy one for the handful of types of stages that you'll have here, and then the next ones with someone else's control scheme, with someone of a similar control scheme, will be harder, but more or less the same thing. You have Tails doing what's practically a Sonic-like action stage. Same with Omega. Oh, that is awful. If you hit that when you're out of your flight range as Tails, you hit the booster, but that doesn't refresh. Playthrough would probably be a lot smoother if it. Oh, for sure. The life system is just not very well. It's not very well implemented and not very well appreciated. I wouldn't mind it so much if the game controlled a bit smoother, because I feel like what usually is the thing that drains my lives is something as simple of either the classic platformer. Wait, no, I meant to jump before I walked off that platform. I didn't mean to just walk off that platform, which admittingly happens to me in almost every game because it's just something that's easy to do. You try to hit it near the edge, and instead of jumping before you run off, you just kind of slip. Camera needs to be better. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of fighting the camera that it wants to. I feel like it's mapped to the back of the character's head, where it tries to stay directly behind. And I understand the concept that I think it should be that way for Sonic or Shadow's run sections, because in that case, when you're moving at high speed, it's nice to be able to see what's in front of you. And if it wasn't like that, that would be annoying. But for things like Omega or a slower character, like right here where it really hikes up to the top of the screen and it's hard to see anything, that could have been better. But like what I was saying with how this, I usually prefer my Sonic games without lives because a lot of the appeal is trying over and over to try to speedrun the levels. Yeah, I definitely get that. That ironically, the reason I get that because I like to try to do that with Mario games, but with Mario games, those games are literally burned into my memory. Like I'm not kidding when I say my first memory was Super Mario Bros. 3. That is literally the first thing I remember in life. And I've played those games over and over in that style, that usually by the end of a game I have, like, I think when I streamed Super Mario Bros. 3, I ended with 70 plus lives. Because if you know what you're doing, it is really easy to get lives in those games. But that whole appeal of I just want to try this again and again and master it. I mean, I got Sonic games burned into my memory. Yeah, especially the classic. But yeah, when you're doing trial and error, because I remember mentioning that when I beat the final challenge level in Mario Wonder, that one's hard. That one, the devs just sat down and like, these Kaizo Mario games that players make are pretty cool. Well, let's try making a level like that. And it's just so mean. Like, I went into that with 99 lives, and I think I ended with 50. Or probably more. I probably died over 70 times trying to master it. It was that rough. And after a certain point, It's by far my favorite level because Nintendo has conditioned me to be a masochist. But it is nice to have just a... oh, you son of a... It's nice to have the ability to say, to just try things and experiment. And I think if the game's controlled better or there was less loading screens, that both of those would have been better received. Oh, right on top of me. Love that. Yeah, that was so mean. that it dropped in. It pulled a bit harder. Like, all right, you're getting smacked by this dude. All right, there we go. I think that's the route you have to take for this level. Yeah, you can really bum rush it. Where I play through Sonic 2, my brain kind of goes on autopilot until I get the last couple of stages. Yeah, that's exactly how it is for any of the old 2D Marios, like Super Mario Bros. 3, that and a handful of secrets, autopilot. Sonic! Mario World, yeah. Like so many, it's really fun when you have those games that are just so foundational to you that they're burned in your memory. It's just, yeah, I could do this well asleep. Only 2D Mario I've ever beat is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. That's a good one. I know that series has a lot of flack for the fact that they got like what 3 games out of that style with pretty much no new power-ups, gameplay. Like everything was just level pack. But I think at the very least, the first New Super Mario Bros. That one was fine. Like that was a logical step, and it was a nice polished platformer. Plus the propeller power-up and penguin suit were pretty fun. I remembered enjoying that one. And practically speaking, Mario Wonder takes the exact same format of style, partially because it's a 2D Mario. The even World was just, for as much as people say that was like a game of all time, that one just took the same formula for 3, changed the graphics a bit, and well, actually it did add a lot more gimmicks in the level. Never mind. Every 2D platformer after World was essentially trying to just be World again. There's not much to it, but if you slap in a new coat of paint and a couple gimmicks, it's good enough. Art direction and flair definitely do a lot of the game. I think a lot of the problems people had with the new Super Mario line was just that there was no new flair and the same art direction. Alright, getting these faster. Yeah. Yeah, there was a point originally but I've forgotten it. Love 3D World when I had on my Wii U long ago. Never to beat it. Yeah, I never had a Wii U just because that specific system and the 3DS were ones that I just didn't have. Yeah, that was a console generation that I skipped for various reasons. Like bad timing. I think this entire gimmick is just I think the entire point of this one is just get to the end and don't die from random bullshit. 100% abusing the fact that I can climb up these. If I'm quick enough and they don't get knocked down. Oh, definitely in the gazebo. Not in the gazebo. Surprising. Think Solaris master plan's crashing the CPU. Yeah. Step one of that plan was not use the GPU at all. That's why it's going so well. Still my favorite fact, because I can tell that to almost anyone, and if they know, well, pretty much, it's pretty much a fact of just, I'm sorry, it does what? We use decent, bought it solely because of his return to non-motion controls after the Wii. That and Wind Waker HD console is pretty sweet. Yeah, the Wind Waker console was one that I really wish that they'd do anything with again. Like, they could put it to Switch. It cannot be that hard.
Son, I'm coming.
It can't be that hard to, well, probably is a bit difficult to port it over. But they could. I feel like that would be the same type of no-brain move as when of the fact that they ported Breath of the... Oh, maybe that's why. Breath of the Wild was... Breath of the Wild was a Wii U game, too. That and Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess were both released on the same... or on the previous generation's hardware. Right, she has a double jump for some reason. Love that for her. I mean, the Switch version of 3D World, but right? The Switch games are ridiculous. I'm pretty sure you can still find like that on definitely on online, because online prices do not move at all. But Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey launch titles are still full price, which is insane. There's no reason that a game that far back in the console's lifespan should be that much. There's just no reason. The game prices don't move. Amy's built different. Oh yeah. 100% built alternatively. Still don't know why she can do this, but I'm not complaining. I love that the hammer is still visible, because they gotta give you something. I think giving Amy more aerial mobility is an interesting way to make her unique besides yeah, for sure. I think it would also be, and I think PO6 does this, that they give her a bit more mobility while hitting stuff, and I really like the idea of her being a slow moving but agile in the air tank. Nintendo's stuck with toy company sales mentality, so unfortunately the scarcity and none of the discount. I think the other thing is Nintendo really knows that they have a captured market. Like, they are the one company that has made exclusives work. So they know what they got, and like, yeah, we don't actually have to make these cheaper, because you all are going to come to here exactly for the reason that we make Mario games, and you love Mario games, or Zelda games, or Kirby games, or whatever. Ooh, that's smooth. And they know that they have that captured audience where they can essentially do no wrong. So they're milking that for whatever it's worth. God, it's been so long since I played the quote-unquote standard character. A lot of older Sonic games are just like, how do you... Oh! Shadow can actually boost away from those. Damn. Yeah, just make them extremely slow. Yeah, that'll definitely make them unique. Is that a good thing? Who knows? Like a... Ah! Well, he can boost away if he's not stuck in a recovery animation. I see why there was two pretty easy to grab one-ups earlier. But Frontier's Final Horizon update managed to make all the characters unique while allowing them to be fast. Not even all the unique moves were winners, Amy in particular being the best alternative in Frontier. Yeah, I feel like at least a base speed where instead of making it, well, they're all slower than Sonic, change it to, well, there's a baseline speed, which if you're not good at the video game, that's pretty much where Sonic is going to be. But if you're good at managing momentum and controlling him, then you can get Sonic to be much faster. But for the most part, everyone who's not Sonic is locked into that base speed, where it'll still, so it can still feel like everyone has the ability to be fast. And you don't get the issue of, all right, their gimmick is slow. Don't mind Amy being slow. Oh yeah, I think that it also depends on the vibe of the character. Like, Amy is a good one to be slow, if you give, with the caveat of that hammer better feel powerful. Because a slow character like that can definitely break up the gameplay feel of a Sonic game to being more, hey, here's something completely different. Have fun. But you also have to make sure the difference feels good. I like the way Sonic Adventure did that, but at the end of the day, most casual players won't be able to overlook it. Need to get Big the Cat up in here to solve the conflict. I can just imagine that while everyone else is risking life and limb, Big just sees a Chaos Emerald on like one of the distant skybox out there for decoration pillars in the like interdimensional rift. It's like, my time has come, and he spends an hour fishing, trying to hook it with a fishing rod. Oh, we've just made a summoning circle.
Oh, Chaos Emeralds, gems of miracles, please heed my call. I wish to save this world.
Can these things bring back the dead?
I wish to
Maybe.
forgive my father's sin.
Will it work
And I
well?
wish to talk to Sonic
Maybe.
once again.
Yeah, we are just doing necromancy.
You have given me so many things. Now it is my time to return the
Maybe it's a scene.
Not what happens to me, but please heed my voice. Sonic, come back to me, to us.
They're getting texted about stuff. Nope. That is not necessary. That did not have to happen. I think we can chalk this up to came back wrong. That's a pretty standard necromancy trope.
Thank you, Elise.
Oh yeah, the CGI cutscenes, I feel like they did this first, or they farmed out to another studio, but they did a good job with it, these. and trying to figure out nonsense. Heck, never seen this much. Oh, sweet. So this is new for everyone. Oh, hey, Brozak. But also, hi from Moat. Well, no Tactical Ninja Squads on my end now. Dang. Everything's better with Tactical Ninja Squad. It's nice. Eek. This might be a short stream just because I keep on getting distracted.
There should be something that's anchoring him in this dimension.
All right.
That's probably the light
boost.
that can be seen on his body.
Got boost. I got attack.
He can be defeated.
Wait, I can just swap?
Everyone, you need to stay in the super state, but maintaining this form consumes range.
Make sure you don't run out of room. If you run
Okay, this is pretty cool.
switch to someone else. Silver, it's your turn.
I almost thought there was going. They could have done a better.
Prepare to meet your doom.
They could have done a better job with the transition thing, but this is still pretty cool. All right, I'm thinking I gotta destroy the orbiters. So, we'll start.
Okay.
Nope. Wait, it's probably. I think I know what's going on. Yeah, wait for him to do some sort of attack, and then. Yeah. Wait, this is oddly similar to the 0-2 fight from Kirby 64. I will say Kirby did it better, but the overall gimmick of flying around in a more or less 3D space against some eldritch thing where the gimmick where you can either shoot. Yeah, Shadow does control very much like Kirby, actually. Oops. I'm getting the Sonic team does. Oh no, 0-2 and Kirby is one of my favorite final boss battles. It's just that this is about the same amount of quality as I've been expecting from the rest of the game. Wait, I'm damaging him. All right, I think the goal's silver. And that during that laser is an opening for Sonic to get in. And you break the series down. Sonic's Goku, Shadow's Vegeta, Silver's Trunk, Knuckles Piccolo's, Tails is Bulma. I would honestly believe that is entirely on purpose. It is hard to fully encapsulate just how much of an effect Dragon Ball has had on most animes or everything. Like, the more you look at it, the more you can see, oh,
Hey, do you still have range?
wait.
Use the triangle button to switch with me.
All right.
Okay.
So it is just keep on attacking until things happen as the other two.
Blue Shadow.
Understood. A super dimension being. This might
But yeah, the Dragon Ball is kind of the reason most things are like that. Specifically down to those types of archetypes.
Silver, it's your turn.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Just go into Silver until his guard is literally broken.
Hey, do you still have ring energy? Use the triangle button to switch with me.
And then when he's on cooldown, going with anyone else. Although the problem, don't think it's time for Sonic yet, on account of his his attacks
It's all you, Shadow.
always cost more rings. Yeah, exactly. It's a case of it work. Those archetypes work, and I remember that there's a couple of things that kind of went through. Oh yeah, the characters like this and these roles have existed through media for all time. Okay, that's interesting.
Silver, it's your turn.
Can just charge up that gauge. Well, Silver, you have a modicum of charge. Don't let me down. Ow, you're letting me down.
Hey, do you still have ring energy? Use the triangle button to switch with me. Good luck.
At the very least, this final boss doesn't repeat. Doesn't have everyone repeat. Looks like a homing attack over and over again. Oh, I see how you damage with Sonic. I think I was misreading the assignment that you gotta charge up their gate. You essentially just need a fully charged gauge for everyone. And if I can get them, I think I know what to do. Yeah, I need to get them guarding. But I also need enough forward momentum. We used to tell this team to, fight like a team instead of the boss block them one by one. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice.
Are you okay? Use the triangle button to switch with
If
you.
you're in a super state, you can use the left analog stick to fly up, down, left, or right.
Okay, I think. Never mind. I remember the story reason.
Use the square button to attack with your abilities. Use the R
I do like the
button to
idea
use your
that
super
it's...
gauge.
That's bold. Hopefully I got this. But I do like the idea that they're essentially passing off the Chaos Emeralds. Like the little hit that Sonic gave everyone at the start's enough to get them super enough to get to the boss fight. I'm just missing the core. But in order to actually have them do anything useful, they've got to tag team them off. Huh.
It's all you, Shadow. Understood.
Let's see if Shadow's got anything for it. Because that's not dealing any damage. It really does seem like the gimmick here is just that Silver has to be the one to break stuff. Yeah, because that's
Silver.
pretty well locked to my camera.
One should be able to stop whatever comes out of that hole. Then you can throw it back.
Yep. Ah. Ah, stupid lasers. The one time the point defenses actually defend the point. My criticism of Silver's boss fight patterns stays the same, which is it's really easy to get everything you've collected and trying to throw at the boss in one big attack to just blow up because they've hit something. It's flowing there like, quit it. Stop. I'm gonna tell Space Mom. Ah.
Hey, do you still have ring energy? Use the triangle
And because this takes so long, Silver's usually in a state where he's out of rings.
Okay.
So the others have to go in, but they can't do anything because it's got armor that the game wants Silver to take care of. But I'm feeling that there's supposed to be a phase, like phases to this boss fight. Where first the game wants you to go into Silver to break the shield. Then once that core that you can kind of see is exposed, fully charged Sonic should be able to hit right into it. I'm just going, ow. Come on, hit me with something. You know you wanna.
You okay? Use the triangle. It's all you.
Ah!
Okay. It's
All right.
all you, Shadow. Understood.
And there's going to be something where Shadow
It's your
can
turn.
I'll take care of this.
do a thing. You know, I feel like there should be a snappier name for when there's a random ancient Greek chorus in a video game. Mostly because I can't believe that the pun of ancient geek chorus for this sort of thing hasn't been used. Alright, just... Well, definitively speaking, if you die, it is on anyone other than you. This would be so much easier if they weren't so good at hitting exactly what I'm trying to throw at. Giant clump that I think detonated before it could hit anything useful, because of course it did. How did I break this the first time? That's what I want to know. Oh. Halfway there. We're halfway to a quarter of the way there.
Bring energy. Use the triangle.
Wait,
button to
get-
switch with me.
Ah!
Okay. It's
Just-
all you, Shadow.
Ah!
Understood. Silver. It's
I'll take care of
Remember what I was saying about how easy it is for these things to just hit something and blow up? Perfect timing! Yeah. And would you believe this isn't the most frustrating thing that I've had to deal with all day? Because Razer has shit software support. And that... There's nothing worse than saying, okay, I know exactly what it is. It's a driver error because this is an out-of-date driver. I can fix that. I just need to download the new driver. Well, what do you mean they don't have a download new drivers page? Yuck. All right, now I'm thinking, we'll try Sonic, because I think it stopped hitting off of Silver. Nope.
It's all you, Shadow.
Shadow?
Understood.
Hell yeah, I will, Siffles. I will beat this up out of the sheer frustration of everything else I've had to deal with today. Also, how are you doing? Is that moving? Yes! Alright, I was right. It is annoyingly in backwards order of what they switched to. What you have to do for this boss. Tired after work, all cozy in bed? Nice, nice. Sounds like a good time. Alright,
It's your turn.
I'll take care of this.
now back to Sonic.
Okay.
Charge right into him. Really get your head in there. I think that did a shit ton of damage. I can get behind this. Charge! Ramming speed. Now, if you make me switch to anyone else... Oh, shit, he doesn't have a head. One more hit. One more hit now. Nope. That's what I get for trying to get one more hit in before the ad goes. Bonk. Yep. On to phase 2 of 20. Because they didn't have time to make new levels, but they had new times for 21 phases of this.
Is it over? No, it's not over.
Damn it.
I guess it's not going to be that easy.
All right. Wait. That looks like a Legend of Zelda crest. Is that how this game's gonna end? With the Sonic team being sued for copyright infringement?
Is it impossible to defeat a super-dimensional being after all?
I think he's killed in another game.
Something's different.
Hey, Mega. Gaining Granddad. Why did I get a promotion? Yeah. Also not the most... I'm sorry, I will just continuously think of Kirby 64 out of this because I did not expect another game to have that similar of a boss fight, but it's giving me a similar vibe to Zero 2, but without any of the style, or it's like a slightly more biblically inaccurate version of Zero 2. Especially with playing as Shadow. I'm just saying, get some rings in the background that imply eyes, and we've got something good. A very Monty Python. Our apologies, this game could not be finished due to copyright infringement. This is... If we could, here's what would have happened. Okay, if this game ended with like a live action skit of everyone on the development team getting arrested for either making a bad game or insider training would have been hilariously prophetic. But that would have been so funny. I would have had like no problem with that. Like, yeah, they knew. They were self-aware. They did the best they could, and especially because Holy Grail ended with the literal cop-out ending, which that was something that Monty Python has done before, that when they didn't have a good joke, they just had a cop come in and arrest everyone. Well, yeah, I've also heard that Kelowna has some good cosmic nightmares. Kirby is always a perennial favorite for... Oh, are we still on the Shadow side of things? Got it. For that, just because 64 was the first game I played, and I did not expect Zero 2 as the final boss. Yep. Comes in, this is the end, immediately gets smacked. Love the confidence there, Silver. Not a big fan of the lack of follow-through. Oh, there's ads going. I did not see. Be back in a minute.
Oh, not a chance, fella. Not a chance.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance. We got to find a flaw in his plan.
Next stop, New York City. Most of the sound factors are already known. The speed of the tape in recording, its playing
And just a sec.
sound level required. A fine-grained deposit of nickel. This makes smooth wall grooves. This takes precisely 2 minutes.
There we go. Sorry. Things continue to happen. It's like, goddamn, just give me a minute of things not happening. Questions seem to be near the end. Who favorite top 3 villains in video games? Ah, dang it, gotta switch off. It's a good question.
It's my turn. Let's have some fun, Solaris.
Nope. Nope. What? How did that... That was an uncharged hit. How did that work? Chicken duck woman thing. Yeah. It's hard to say. I think definitely Bowser is up there because he's been used for everything from a legitimate threatening villain to a complete joke. And he's existed long enough that whether they wanted to or not, he has gotten a character arc. So, yeah, it sounded like it was crashing. I thought it might have. Actually, well, people can hear me, so I assume that this is working. And finally, this game is done. Wait, how did I get an S rank in that? It's probably impossible not to. Or the dying reset and I did it better. But it's also hard to... I feel it's kind of hard to classify Bowser as a villain because after a certain age of villain, it kind of goes from like, yeah, he's been a hero, a villain, or just there so often that an argument can be made that he's all 3. Funny bit's how it ends. Yeah. Oh, she's floating. And also Sonic's there. Please let Eggman just be in the background for some reason.
No. That is the true Solaris.
Oh, gotta eat it. Me would be Handsome Jack, Vas Monargo from Far Cry 3, and Frank Corrigan from Fallout 2. Horrigan's a funny one, because in the first Fallout game, you can beat the final boss with a speech check, or by sneaking. You can either fight it, sneak in around the back and detonate a nuke on it, or talk to it and convince the final boss to essentially detonate the nuke itself. Oh. Okay, so there was... I did not mean to do that. There was a small crash then. Alright, where is it? Activate. Activate. That should be synced. Well, we're going to be watching these cutscenes again from from the gallery. Oops. But yeah, Fallout 1 was designed that you could beat any challenge by fighting something, stealing something, or talking to someone. Fallout 2 has Horrigan start the final boss fight with a short conversation that you can try to talk him out of it. It's like, nope, you can't, gotta fight. Our game, yeah, game story completely retcons itself, which is perfect. I think that that decision was made because the devs knew. They knew. They were aware. And it's probably the funniest way it could go. Alright, I can never remember. Should there be that much moon in the sky, or should there be less? I remember the Sonic games has a inconsistent amount of moon. Like, I am definitely going to pull up that cutscene from the gallery, because I want to see the how of that. I have a bad habit where I quite often will spoil story beats for me, because either I'm curious, I'm like, I don't want to there you go. And I feel, oh, I don't think I'm going to play this game because X, Y, and Z, or it's not for me, so I'll just read a synopsis so I know why everyone talks about this. And then I get obsessed, find a good deal, and play it anyway. Spoil story beats to know if I'll get annoyed with it. Also valid. There's a reason that things like doesthedogdie.com exist, so people know, hey, is there anything not that I know I'm going to hate about this? It's like the anime, the other media equivalent of looking ahead at an anime or manga.
Prof Fang is second in the stream. The coveted third is still out there.
Hey Fang, you missed all of it. We're just rewatching a cutscene that I accidentally skipped. But thanks for lurking. Is that like Frank Corrigan? Is he equal parts terrifying and sympathetic? Cyborg's super mutant with high-tech power armor. He's only 4 characters in Fallout with a 10 of every stat. Yeah, he's intense.
Mecha Deathclaw is third. Congratulations.
Who knew such a tiny flame could bring such devastation?
So, what the heck was I talking about? Is the Turing cast getting fucked over? Question I have to Yeah. God, that...
And then we'll never have to worry about the flames of disaster, right?
There is so many times where the previous cast just... They think it's a good idea to mess with them. I have a feeling in some cases, like with The Last of Us, and partially, and maybe Uncharted 2 to a degree, that part of it is that for those games between Uncharted 3 and 4 and Last of Us 1 and 2,
I don't care what happens to the
production
world.
staff basically completely turned over. New people in every way because the old staff left because they're in a deliberate screw you, Naughty Dog, you treat us like shit. I think part of that is like an intentional ego is in everything way too much that they're trying to screw over or be mean about the previous staff. Or trying to shoo out existing characters to make room for their vision that is usually quite stupid. Yeah. Oh. That's Sonic 06. It was simultaneously much worse than I could have ever possibly anticipated, but also much better than I expected. Because I just want to say, when I mean that this is the worst software I have ever used, I am talking about every single piece of software I've ever had the misfortune of touching. And before this, the worst thing I've ever had to use was a program called SAP. What does it stand for? Absolutely nothing. They just took 3 letters, put it together. It's a like corporate business resource management thing that is awful. The UI is right out of the 80s. You have to know a 5-digit random letter number combination to get to anything useful. It's archaic, unintuitive, and to install it, it is a pain. I got text from a family member who had the misfortune of their company using it that said, hey, so far our IT team is 0 for 2 for installs on this. Like, wow, that good? I expected a lower number than getting 0 right without fucking it up. This is worse. It's an awfully programmed thing that I feel so bad that they had to use. And I want to try something because now we're switching over to Zelda. But honestly, a lot better than I expected. I'm definitely down to try more Sonic games once I figure out what the next worst one is. And why am I starting with the worst? Well, because I thought it'd be funny. Here, grab this thing. Come on, come on. And for once, this actually didn't end up crashing stream. Let me just change the stream information. Actually, I should put music on. There's a lot of silence right now. And there, and done. And pause and activate. Oh, it should. It actually doesn't crash stream if I turn off the system first. Who would have known? Yeah, probably Shadow's probably going to be the next one. I have a ROM for the GameCube version of it. Oop. And I forgot about the whole reason why I... Yeah. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Oh, right. This is also considerably louder. All right, we just beat the Sacred Grove boss, or temple, because that one's stupidly linear in all ways. And don't remember. I keep forgetting Mech is a Fallout fan. Haven't finished Fallout modding. You'll get there one day, eventually. It's a bit sad. I had a mental breakdown. The Enclave sent him out to troll himself because everyone else scared him. Because super me instead of trying to help. Enclave experiments on him. Science officers referred to him as the experienced. The other soldier called him a monster. He still fights for honor. He doesn't pass the weapon. True, but he also appears to be having a wonderful time with being violent. Love that for him. But yeah, the writing of the old Fallout games are pretty interesting. Like, my favorite fact is that they didn't actually plan on the vaults being the experiments they were until I think it might have been not until Bethesda took over. That originally they were just incompetent. Ooh, Renato. Right. There's a side quest. Well, not really a side quest. There's a thing that is that gives you an item that I'm like, this would have been so nice so much earlier in the game. I wish to tell you, his memory. I'm busy. Come meet me in Sanctuary, Kakariko Village. Say less. Clave troops are worthless consumer models to him. Yeah. I realize now that due to all the tech difficulties spending all my time trying to get a stream deck that just does not working, I completely forgot to clip the audio yet again. Made a list this time, but I foolishly thought, oh yeah, well, I basically have one more thing to do for the stream deck and then we're good. And then it continued not to work because, yeah. I'm a little bit salty about this. Yeah. Biggest frustrating mod. Barely held together to begin with. Mods can be tough to balance. Yeah, the whole 160 rubies left. Yeah. The whole thing with New Vegas is it's held together by string and duct tape. Essentially it reuses as many assets as it can from 3 because they just simply didn't have time. They had 8 months, I believe, to turn around, and a good chunk. Oh, that dude's huge. A good chunk of that time was pre-planning. I love how it's like, yeah, no, Darius is here because he wants to help. Me, I just have errands. So, tell him his friend Shad. Oh, right, this is all part of a big thing. He's researching the heavens and has come to see a statue in the basement of the sanctuary. And as I've learned, when Ilya was saved, she overheard someone talking about Rod of the Heavens. I do have a stick from the sky. Which means work way backwards from the very place where she lost her memory and may find something that will restore it. Trace Ilya's path. I'm certain it was Telma who cared for her before arriving. Speak with her first. And we are now at the point of... I feel like this is... I can't abide Telma's company. Fair. I feel like this is something they do in every Zelda game, that there's a point where it's like, all right, you have most of the dungeon items that you need to solve, most of the overworld puzzles. We're just going to poke you in a direction to explore. Now, naturally, they stopped doing this with later games because the exploration and breaking, it's kind of the point. Trying to put it in a house of many places. Got Better Novak home, an airport place, nothing in Freeside yet. Messing with 36 Wheat is apparently not a great idea. Wild. Now there's a mod that has a version of Fallout 4 settlements into New Vegas. Isn't there also a mod that adds the entirety of New Vegas into Fallout 4? Like somebody said, yeah, if we had a better engine, like New Vegas would be perfect if it had a better engine, maybe a little bit more mechanics and a system that was better for building off like all that. And somebody else heard that, looked at 4 and like, hang on a minute. This game has all of those things. But a lot of people think they did it weird, that it's bad, that they don't like going around the wasteland spending all of their carry weight on random garbage. I think we could do something here. The Fallout mod basis Fallout 4 settlement building thing. I wouldn't be surprised. It's saying that Bethesda takes a lot of inspiration from modders. I mean, that's not even new. There's plenty of games where I think Kerbal Space Program, mostly due to the nature of that game being a small team doing what they could. They ended up having a lot of mod devs on the main team working on the game because they're like, hey, your mod's great. Come do more stuff for us. They're working on it. No, there's 2 mods in the work, but one's no longer being worked on. Yeah. Yeah, Good Springs Home, probably a Vegas one. I know there's one that combines Freeside and the strip section. Dia concerns me. Yeah, I remember there might have been a reason that I needed it. Oh, right. We got the bar tab for the doctor who showed up here, and I think it's fucking massive. Like you play both 3 in New Vegas, entirely in New Vegas, but you need to own both. Huh. That one I'm not surprised of, because as I said, they reused as much as they could from New Vegas, or from 3 for New Vegas, to the point that I think I was talking about this with some in the Discord, maybe, about how Doom and Heretic and Hexen run on the same engine, to the point that you can load Doom mods into Heretic and it breaks because there's enough difference that it's the same thing. Right, Tale of Two Wastelands, that I've seen that one. But I don't think I ever did anything. Oh, sweet! Last bottle. Love that. It's a mod support. Sure makes the robot race funnier. Stuff cave, East Ranch, desert. Yes, your soul is horrendously split. It's 39 more ghosts. Well, you might get kidnapped, but you can move around and technically go outside, which is a huge improvement. And that's pretty much all I ever do for that side quest, because fuck, is it hard finding those ghosts normally. And finally, did free add-on for Starfield as tracking down cultists and getting super shotgun Doomslayer art and Crucible store. Yeah, they have been milking the fact that they technically own Doom so much with those things. I remember there's the same thing for Fallout 4, like a free mod or a creation club thing for all that. What's that? Want to do a bunch of me? It's just an emerald young lad who's willing to help the sword boy for nary a single ruby. What do you want, lad? Physical? Got some money, don't you? By the way, that girly lady didn't mention anything about me, did she? I'm sure nothing you want to hear. Anyway, pay up. Look, I can't pay us off right now. See Alma hired you some sort of heavy to strong arm me. We need more games where Link is accused of being a mobster. Man able to sell the wooden statue young lady had with me able to get money. She accidentally spilled medicine all over that little carving, which made it stink and put outside dry. Well, it was stolen. Goes around stealing people's stuff like that. Old man angry at people stealing what he has rightfully stolen. Except from oh yeah. Yeah, Prey was... I never finished that one. I got to a point where... where I did all the side quests, got into so many places that I shouldn't, and it was purposely avoiding the go speak to your brother in his office quest. And I just never did it. A crossover between Okami and Ace Attorney. I expect Twilight Princess. I expected. Oh, come on. Twilight Princess, that one would have made sense, but I mean, they're technically both Capcom properties, and Phoenix Wright does have a history in cross-examining parrots. Oh yeah, everyone's yelling at us because they're weak. No, Amy and Wolflink. Yeah, I can. That one was what I was expecting. Hey, remember the wooden statue? I think it's just coincidence I have nowhere. Got stolen from the doctor's place? No. Yes, I'll admit I took it. I was attacked by some sort of skeletal dog who took it from me. Why those beasts were after a statue? Thought it was likely that she was in a dangerous spot, though. Fiends lurk just outside. Nice. I don't know what the last thing is, but we can definitely go beat him up. Scream because big... Yeah. They